Hey, and welcome to the week ahead. This is Big Beat. But right now, Brent, our news desk guy, is out today, and I want to get you guys up to par with what was going on this week ahead. And welcome. And so, let me talk a little bit about some of the news items that happened over the weekend and what we are actually looking at for the week. Now, the first thing I want to talk about was Boeing, BA, their new CEO there is David Calhoun. He is definitely on the hot seat. Is he going to be able to pull Boeing's butt out of the fire? Not sure yet. He's got a lot of work ahead of him. Probably going to be some firing. Probably going to need to see some change in the management structure, and probably going to need to see some planes being fixed. Lots of parts being having to be replaced, and a lot of issues there at Boeing. So that's going to be a big drag on the Dow itself. Anytime Boeing's down, it pulls a big. It's got a big number there on the Dow. So it's not going to correspond with the SPY, which we're all looking at, the S&P 500, and it's still pushing higher as well as the Nasdaq. Pretty high flyers are still moving up. I know that I made the call that the market is topping, but looks like he's pushing higher. So we are still in the what I've said a few weeks ago was the melt up mode, and we're still in that. Another thing is Netflix, NFLX getting all of those Oscar nods. I did see, I watched Joker over the weekend. I can totally see why it's got lots of Oscar nods there. Looks like that's going to be anything in regards to the movies. We're going to be hot this week. Now, the one thing that we will see this week is earnings. Earnings are very, very hot this week. This is the beginning of earnings season. We'll see it through probably the rest of the month. And it is time for the banking sector to put up or shut up. They have talked about good earnings for a while now. And if they don't give us the numbers, that's could be the big catalyst. We have still seen I have been saying in the past, holiday retail is going to be good. It was good. The big box retailers, Amazon, all of those done very, very well. Bed Bath & Beyond, not so well, right? Nobody wants to go buy a new spatula. Everybody wants to buy a new TV. So we want to make sure that we're in the right sector as we're playing towards the week ahead. Now, something else I want to talk about here is Tesla. Some new calls coming out, Tesla TSLA, that we just broke $500 a share there. That's a big deal there. Could be a big player as we're seeing some more upgrades moving into that space. TSLA looking at $612, new upgrade price target there. That's very interesting to me. Looks like Elon Musk is very proud, dancing in China over the weekend. So Tesla pretty happy there. Looks like some good numbers there. All right, some other things we should probably look at. CSS is now over. That was last week. So now we have to look at what products that are coming out. One of the things that I saw that was very interesting was Wi-Fi 6. That is the new type of Wi-Fi that is able to handle in your house. Now, as more and more of us have more cell phones in the house, have things like, all of our TVs are now connected to the internet. So you want to watch Netflix or Hulu or Amazon and you want to watch YouTube, well, you're going to have it. I got 10 TVs in my house, just in my living room, right? And so I need to have all of those connected. My wife has her phone going. I have my phone going. It's pretty crazy. Sometimes the routers can't keep up. So we are seeing a new list of routers coming up called Wi-Fi 6. I am telling people that if you're interested in the next level of Wi-Fi, that is where I would be looking at Wi-Fi 6. This morning, Jim Cramer was pumping Apple at APL. Looks like that he was very happy to see some of the numbers still pushing up. $300 was the share price the last week. It had stopped. We are seeing good numbers coming out of Apple in regards to the apps themselves, which is very interesting. So I'm very interested in seeing the week ahead how much they're going to keep pushing up there as well. One other thing I also want to see, I also want to see whether or not we see continuation within the stock buyback sector. It is starting to slim down a bit. A lot of companies aren't going out there and buying back. Now, this morning we did see the UK numbers coming out in manufacturing. once again down 2.1%. We were expecting down 1.7%. So that's a problem there, right? But we are seeing good news coming out of the UK, and so that might stop some of the bleeding there. That always helps us here in the States. Did see some good numbers in the jobs early for ADP, but when the real numbers came out, not so good, as well as the big number that I want everybody to stress on here is wage growth. We're having a massive problem with wage growth. Now, is that because there are too many people working too many jobs and not getting the same number of wages? I don't know yet. We're going to find that out fairly soon. But wage growth seems to be a problem. If these things are adding up and they're not being seen within the market yet, remember, the stock market's always 6 months ahead of itself, but we're going to be right there with you here at Benzinga. All right, look forward to next week with Brent. Hopefully he'll be back then, and we'll see you there.